Hey Facebook peeps. So I'm just going to do a short video today on something that keeps coming up for me. I don't know, maybe other people have noticed this too. It's about words. Do you ever have a word that you hear or you see somewhere one day and it really pops or stands out for you because it's not one that you hear very often? So you you maybe look it up if you've never heard it before, and it just sticks out in your mind. And then all of a sudden you notice it everywhere. Like everybody's suddenly using this word. Like they're using it in their blog, they're doing a Facebook Live and they're talking about it. They use this word, and it's not just words, it's like thoughts and ideas. So maybe I'll have a topic or idea in my head all day, and I'll sit down and I'll write about it, and then I'll go on Facebook, and then suddenly there's 2 or 3 other people that are writing about the same thing or talking about the same thing. It's like we're all kind of sharing this brain in a sense, not the physical brain, but the the collective conscious, the Akashic, basically. So yeah, it just kind of feels like Pee-wee's word of the day. I don't know if anybody remembers that show where he would create this word, and anytime somebody would use it, everybody would freak out and laugh about it. So it's kind of like my little daily thing, like, hey, it's the Pee-wee's word of the day, because I pay attention to words, especially words that I've never heard before. What does that one mean? I'll go look it up. I'm a dork. I don't know. That's my thing. But anyway, so it just kind of got me wondering, why do certain words stick out in our brain like that, in the collective conscious? It's not like, somebody uses the word and then suddenly it's shared all over. It moves faster than that, it seems like. It's like from the time that you hear it to the time that people start using it, it's almost immediate. So it's not like it's a word that's been bounced around for a while, right? I guess it's kind of like when you buy a new car and then you suddenly see that new car everywhere on the road, right? Because now it's in your sphere of awareness. So whereas before it wasn't. So that's why you're seeing it everywhere. So maybe that's the same thing with the word. So it's suddenly in your sphere of awareness. So you're noticing it everywhere. But yeah, so maybe our higher selves are sitting up there in this higher plane somewhere, smoking a bowl and just throwing out words, hey dude, why don't you just throw this word out there? There's one that I heard earlier called infractuous, which means twisting and turning, circular, like a winding path kind of thing. It's kind of like life, twisting, turning. But I just thought it was a cool word. But next thing you know, I'm going to be seeing that word everywhere. Watch, it's going to be everybody's blog, everybody's Facebook Live. But I've never heard it before, ever, until today. But anyway, so yeah. So maybe the higher self, which is, spirit, which is us, maybe we're just throwing these words out there that are of importance, the higher self knows that this is important, and it's words that we need to be hearing to kind of, bring other things into our sphere of awareness. And the same thing with the topics and different subjects that, seem like everybody all of a sudden is talking about. I don't think that stuff comes from nowhere, and I don't think it just moves that fast from one person. I really believe that it's in the collective consciousness, and it just kind of permeates in all of us in some kind of way. Maybe through sleep, whatever. I don't know where it comes from, but it's just a really cool concept. But it makes me wonder, what else can we be putting out there to help the collective humanity as a whole? What things can we be putting out there? Can we be coming up with new words and new thoughts and new ideas that kind of help change and guide people in a better way? I look at the memory section of Facebook. I look at this pretty much every day just to kind of see. It's almost like a journal. So I look and see where I was at 6 years ago, 4 years ago, and what I look at is like, I see 2012, I see all these posts from like, you know, my political days where I've got so many political rants on there. I'm like, I can't believe I was this person. Like, who am I now? Like, it's such a drastic change. And not that I don't care about politics, because I can still really get fired up about stuff, but I just don't allow it to consume me. And, you know, I made a conscious choice a few years ago to start promoting the things that I love instead of bashing the things that I hate. So I try not to really go into these, you know, political rants and memes anymore. You know, I still care. I still, you know, if it's something important, I'm going to share it, but I don't let it consume me or my Facebook, because when you're constantly putting the negative stuff out there, it's just building more negative. It's just spreading more chaos and negative thoughts and energy. So, you know, not that we have to be all love and light and perfection all the time. That we, you know, we need to be able to talk about the difficult stuff, you know, and bring it to light. Well, I'm not saying ignore it or sweep it under a rug or pretend like it doesn't exist, but I just see people that their whole Facebook is nothing but political rants all day, like 24/7. And it, you know, I was that person. It's really consuming, and it's really not healthy for you. Like it can make you sick. It caused me so much anxiety, you know, back, you know, 2012. I was a Ron Paul girl, and, you know, that whole thing just kind of, I'm still not over it. I don't think any Ron Paul supporters are over that shit. Just like the Bernie people, they're not over that shit. So, but I'm not even gonna go on the political rant right now. So yeah, it's a whole nother story. But, you know, I went through these phases on, you know, in my life, and it's there documented on Facebook where, you know, I was, you know, the political phase and the spiritual phase. Like, I was trying to change the world through politics, and I was trying to change the world through spirituality. And then just like a few years ago, I just realized, you know, we don't change the world that way. So I started really focusing on love and relationships and connection and intimacy, and realized, you know, this is the way we change it, right? We change people. So, you know, you're never going to get everybody on the same page politically or spiritually. But the one thing that we do have in common is our need to love and be loved, and relationships. And I think relationships are the unifying factor in our society. So yeah, we definitely need to be cultivating that aspect of our lives more than others. So, you know, all this time that you might be spending on the computer posting Facebook memes about politics, what are you doing? Like, are you really changing anything? I mean, are you being the change that you want to see in the world? No. So go, you know, sign up for some political organization in your community, something that you feel needs to be changed in your community. How can you change it? Like, get involved, you know, get connected to actual people instead of just the computer, because you're not really changing much from posting, you know, 50 memes a day. You're not getting anywhere. People just start to tune you out. So what are you doing? You're literally wasting your time, right? So how can you spend that time better? Like, what can you put out into the collective that's going to be beneficial for everybody? Because the memes aren't helping. They're not doing anything, right? After a while, people really just, they stop following your page because they know it's just going to be more of the same shit. So, you know, people are free to post what they want, but just understand that after a while, people tune you out, and you're literally wasting your time, you know, and it's your time that you will never ever get back. So maybe you can find a better way to spend it. You know, like, if politics is really your thing and you really get fired up about it and you want to change something, there's so much you can do in your community, and that's where it starts. Like, you just go volunteer for something, a community project, you know, run for office. You know, there's so many smaller offices that you can vote for, you can run for and get votes, you know, if that's your thing. You know, like, that's the messed up thing, is that the crazy people that shouldn't be running for politics in office are the ones that are. And the people that are logical and they have common sense and they can see all of the bullshit, you know, they're the ones that are kind of going, nope. They sit back and they post memes. But you know, you're the people that need to get involved. If it's that important to you and you're that passionate about it, go get involved, go do something, you know, like take action with it. You know, whatever it is that you're passionate about, that you want, that you feel like is going to be your thing to help change the world, get out and do it. Because you're not gonna do it by just posting memes all day. And I'm not judging, because I was that person. You know, I was the queen of political memes, and then I became the queen of spiritual memes. So I think now I'm like the queen of relationship memes, but I'm not that bad, really. I just post a few here and there. But yeah, so what are we going to put out in a collective? What do you want to put out there? You know, let's start creating some good words. Get out your dictionary every day and flip through it and find some really obscure, cool word and start using it. And then just watch. Sit back and watch and see other people using that word all of a sudden. So let's just put better words out there. You know, let's build the collective's vocabulary, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow. You know, expand your mind, expand your vocabulary. So, like Jason Morena says, it's all about the wordplay. So let's play with some words. Let's there's some stuff out there. Get your dictionary out, find something good. But yeah, that's my little rant for today. So I went on longer than I should, but yeah, it's kind of been on my mind. The word. So y'all have a great day.